On January 18th, 2017, at 12:15 p.m., on the MU board of 4chan, this is posted. Zenjin, Pseudoscorpion. Then, someone replied. Can't find it anywhere. What is it? This album has been a controversial and disturbing topic of discussion on various boards and forums online. Everything from its track list to its existence has been debated ever since it seemingly popped into existence one day. It's like someone mentioned it out of nowhere and someone just happened to know, and from there on out it became an urban legend that many across the wired claim legitimacy to. The opening excerpt I featured at the beginning of this video is the earliest spoken mention I could find on 4chan. However, it has been discussed for a little longer than that, but it's primarily referred to as the CP soundtracks, or that album, to avoid being banned due to the album's name being blacklisted on the site. The earliest mention of which on X was in July of 2017. You're probably asking, what is Pseudoscorpion? Well, I can't discuss in detail due to the lack of facts surrounding this alleged piece of media. I can give you a basic rundown of the most widely accepted mythos regarding this, none of which is absolutely confirmed as a fact, but can be backed up by repeated testimonies throughout the years. Pseudoscorpion by Zenjin is an alleged audio collage album consisting of an unknown amount of tracks, all of which contain audio sampled from actual child sexual exploitative material. It apparently can be found on sites such as Mediafire, Soulseek, and Last.fm, but most links are taken down before anyone notices. The alleged cover of this album has been floating around the internet for quite some time and can be easily found. However, I will not be showing it here due to some recent discoveries I've made, which I'll discuss later on. There is an upload claiming to be the full album on YouTube, which was uploaded on October 14th, 2020, just titled Zenjin Pseudoscorpion, but it's just some loser's mixtape. Maybe I'm too soft, but clickbaiting your mixtape as an alleged CSEM audio collage is kinda weird, but I don't know. You do you. The world's your golden corral or something. As for the cover on this, I did a reverse image search and it's just some random porno screen cap. I'm going to be completely honest, this is the closest we'll ever get to facts before getting into what is essentially rumor and speculation, so take whatever I say in the next portion with a grain of salt, because I refuse to go looking for this shit to confirm any of this. I don't care if there are some legal loopholes or justifications for having any form of ownership of this album. You're still a pedophile if you actively go searching for it, downloading it, and listening to it. I'm a commentator, not a fucking shock jock or some edgelord. With that being said, let's talk about the rumors orbiting this album. According to an X-Board post discussing conspiracy theories on January 6, 2018 at 7:13 p.m., they mention the CP soundtracks and elaborate on them a little. I'm only aware of because I'm a Mew fag, but I'm pretty sure you get banned if you mention the album. The way I'm describing it sounds fake, but it's been uploaded twice onto Soulseek and it's got multiple scrobbles on Last.fm for each track. I'm not touching it, and I'm pretty sure you can get banned for posting it. I've got the artist name in this post too. The monkey communities are real too, though I don't consider them a conspiracy. Some anon replies at 8:08 p.m. and almost perfectly describes the album cover for Pseudoscorpion, but admits that their memory may be off since it's been a while and they aren't going hunting for it ever again. According to CP, don't know much about it, the cover is, if I recall correctly, is a downward camera angle of an Asian girl looking up. You can't see half of her face, and you can see the floor below her is wood? His name, which I'm not bluntly saying, is in the top right, in font similar to that of Electric Wizard's Come My Fanatics. Apparently, that's a screenshot from one of the videos used to make the recordings. There are 6 tracks, and all of them are around 11-ish minutes. I think someone said that it's meant to be art, but no matter what, CP is CP. I'm going all off of memory though, no way I'm looking it up again. Pick unrelated, black metal is pretty X though. Let's zero in on a specific sentence featured in this reply because I hear this everywhere. I think someone said it's meant to be art. I have done a thorough crawl through the archives to find the origin of the following claim, and while this other piece of media is commonly associated with Pseudoscorpion, I never see anyone else say this aside from a handful of content creators who have also discussed this topic. That claim being, Pseudoscorpion was inspired by Peter Sotos' audio collage album, Buyer's Market. To the undisturbed, Peter Sotos is a notorious author and musician with an intense interest in sex crimes and perverted depravity. Having sold disgusting homemade underground magazines with some containing actual illegal content in them that got him arrested, and penned some of the most disturbing literature I've read in a while. He's a former member of the noise band White House, which played a big part in the development of noise as a genre. If you say I have never heard of White House, yes, actually, you have. Peter Sotos would only make one album under his name that isn't an audiobook, that being Buyer's Market, an audio collage of field recordings, spoken testimonies, news reports, court hearings, and other various pieces of true crime media which all surround one specific topic: child abuse. Clearly, you can see where the comparisons between Pseudoscorpion and Buyer's Market arise, but you can legally listen to Buyer's Market because despite its brutality and questionable ethics surrounding the obtaining of its samples, it contains no illegal content. Nonetheless, it's still a very disturbing album. But is Pseudoscorpion inspired by Buyer's Market? Aside from them both being disturbing audio collage albums about child abuse, there is no direct evidence stating this because the alleged alias behind it, known as Zenjin, has never claimed that their album was inspired by Buyer's Market. Speaking of which, who is Zenjin anyways? I don't even think they've had an internet presence under this alias. I'd even go as far to say that it's just a simple throwaway alias, which isn't uncommon amongst internet CSEM rings. The name Zenjin seems to be referring to the Japanese word Zenjin, which according to various sources online means whole man or whole person or saint. I doubt this has any sort of significance because why would the individual or even individuals responsible for this disgusting creation start leaving clues around like a Batman villain? This isn't an ARG. There is genuinely nothing else surrounding this alias aside from Pseudoscorpion, so there isn't much else to say. So this was the hardest part of this video's creation. I wanted to make sure this video is as informative and accurate as possible, but honestly, I think I dove too deep into the rabbit hole. I've already contacted the FBI about this situation. I've done all I can do about this. You've probably been wondering why I've been censoring the album cover this whole time, and it's quite simple, yet sickening. This might be a genuine screen cap from a piece of child sexual exploitative material, and we are looking at the victim on the album cover. So, when I was checking for the origin of the 2020 Pseudoscorpion YouTube mixtape thumbnail, I decided to put the assumed official album cover through the same search engine. I got a handful of results, but one stood out amongst the rest. It was the album cover, but you can see more of the room than usual. Then I found two more screen caps on 4chan, specifically the JP Otaku Culture Board archives, and the things they said on there were fucking deplorable. One was a close-up of the assumed victim's face posted in 2009, and the other was from a different angle in 2013. While it isn't anything gruesome or horrific, it's the context that makes me feel awful. Majority of the individuals in these threads were just straight, unashamed lolicons, but you know, fork found in kitchen. The way they were wording it strongly implied that this was like actual CSEM, but then again, anyone can lie on the internet, but based on the looks alone, it's not looking good. I did further research on the images, found two specific names that were associated with the images, and found an Asian true crime Wikipedia page that attributed the names to a case regarding a producer of CSEM getting arrested for having made over 50 illegal pornographic films. However, I couldn't find a legitimate source to provide any further information since all the links just rounded back into the website itself. I will be treating this as if it were absolutely true without a shadow of a doubt. I refuse to go looking for the source any further, and I recommend you do the same. Alright, is Pseudoscorpion real? I really hope not, and it doesn't matter whether it is or not, because you shouldn't go searching for it anyway. If you won't listen to me and somehow don't give a shit that it's illegal to own this album in any capacity, maybe you should take into consideration the various testimonies of those who claim to have listened to it and now regret doing so. Don't be a stupid edgelord that goes searching for illegal content online because you think it'd make you look cool. It doesn't, it just makes you look like a fucking nonce. With that being said, don't go looking for this album or any of the content associated with it. Instead, go listen to good music that is completely legal to listen to. Swans is pretty good. Go listen to them. That's all for tonight. Thank you for coming to the morgue, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night. I'll see you around, and remember, everything is going to be okay. Stay safe. The night is young.